Hey everybody, how are you doing today? I know it's been a long time coming, but I finally got it in the mail and it's here, and I love it, and I finally got to complete the Batmobile with it, and I surprisingly love the hell out of this little thing, and it's the Batman Who Laughs. It's the DC Multiverse McFarlane Toys Batman Who Laughs. Joker, whatever you want to call him. And I'm so happy. I thoroughly enjoy this. Before we go over this guy, though, I want to go over this, because this is the build of vehicle thing for the Wave, and I know that a lot of people are like, it's so small, why should I care about this thing? Because it's neat. It's absolutely neat, and it's a fun thing. It's going to definitely go on my desk with all of my work stuff and everything like that, and I love it. Like, look at the detailing on that. Like, you think, oh, you've just had it for a while. You know, you just had the pieces for a while, and it's dust. It's not dust. Well, actually, some of it's dust, I'm not going to lie. But there's, like, a nice gunmetal, like, gray dry brush on it, and it looks cool. It kind of looks like the animated series / Keaton Batmobile mixed with like Ben Affleck's Batmobile a little bit, like in certain spots, like right here-ish, kind of, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Kind of looks more like a Black Panther kind of thing on the front here, though. The Panther Mobile. But look at all those details and everything. That's super cool. I really, yeah, I can't really get there. You go. But the wheels spin, all that stuff. You can go back and forth. And the middle came with, was it Dick or was it Barbara? This side, I think, is what came with Batman Who Laughs. But then these two were Batgirl and then Nightwing, I think. Or the other way around. I don't know. But either way, they're all three amazing figures. And, you know, hey, if you don't really care about the Batmobile, you get a cool Batmobile out of it. You know, just, it's like a free thing that you pretty much get with it. So that's pretty cool. And now into the meat and potatoes of this review, the Batman Who Laughs. Let's go over his things real quick. So let's get these out of his hands. Stand him back right there. Get you all situated. Ow, you pinched me. So these look pretty cool. I like these. They kind of look a little bit like a rusted metal, but like also kind of like bone. That's pretty cool. But they got like a nice weathering on it. You can see like a little bit of weathering / like wrinkles on the hilt, on the handle, which is pretty cool. And it's a pretty pliable material, so if it like fell off the shelf, it shouldn't break. But this probably would break, so be careful with that. And then here's the other one. This one is pretty much a complete opposite of that one. It's got like a square hilt instead, handle thing. This one's like a full-on kind of side thing, just like shorter, which is pretty cool. You can see all that. Different, like same paint job and everything like that. Nice like kind of weathering and chipping throughout and all that stuff, which is pretty neat. And now let's take a look at the detail of this beast. Like, look at that. Look at the teeth and the mouth. That's just, oh man, that's terrifying. Like, just imagine. Let's just do this real quick. I would love to get this into this position. Let's put these back in his hand real quick. We're gonna turn the lights off and I'm gonna show you guys just the silhouette of this guy and see if it actually comes through on my camera. So you guys could just see how menacing this dude looks. Let's see. Let's get this line off. That alone's creepy, but let's see. Oh man, my camera's adjusting, but just, I mean, it looks creepy as hell. I promise. There we go. Let's get that back on. But the detail of this guy is fantastic. Like, look at all the little, like, kind of staple-looking things that are holding this all together. The figure is just super textured because it's just textured everywhere. See, like, the nice little little tattered parts and all that stuff, and all that stuff on here. It's like kind of flowing a little bit too to give him a little bit more dynamicity, maybe. Is that a word? I don't know. So many buckles, like holy crap, so many buckles. But just fantastic. Like, look at all the detailing and everything like that. Only thing that does kind of bum me out though, this whole figure is fantastic, but the thing that really pisses me off, I'd say the most about this figure, is the toe joints, which, as you all know, if you've been on this channel for any amount of time, you know that I absolutely hate toe joints. But the fact that his boots stick off the ground, like you can see right there, the tip of his boots go off the ground, and it makes him a little wonky to try to stand, to get him to like properly stand up. Like, I mean, of course he's gonna stand right there because we're on camera and he's gonna be an ass about it, but you know. And the white matches the face a little bit, like from the hands, but there's like a nice like kind of pink-ish hue, but if you look under the chin, you can see that that's white. That's like the same kind of color from like right here that kind of carries up onto this part up here, but it's just a tad darker. So it's kind of like got like a brownish, rusted kind of metal thing about it. Which, do we know, like, from what I remember from Dark Knight's Metal, I don't, can he see? Like, are we just going with, like, the kind of comic book thing of, like, oh, he can see because it's a comic book, you know, like, through it or whatever? Like, maybe it's, like, I don't know, just whatever. Maybe he got blinded by Joker or something, and then I don't know. I don't know. I would love it if someone could explain that to me. But you can see, like, all the different buckle, like, straps and all that stuff coming off the sides and everything like that. And I think it looks pretty good. Now, going over articulation, head can go up that far, which is actually pretty good. Can go down that far, which is pretty good for this. Can tilt to the sides, which is awesome. It just kind of gets the collar out of the way. And then the head can turn and all that stuff. It's on a double ball peg, so there's one at the top and then one at the bottom of the neck. Shoulders can go up that far, which is not too terrible. Can go all the way around if you wanted to, but it's going to jut out a little bit on the sides. Bicep swivel, there is a little, there's butterfly joint in here, so if you wanted to, like, put his arms back and then put them forward, you could do that. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, which go up all the friggin' way. Hasbro, take notes. And then wrists, standard McFarlane joints, so you can go up, you can go down, you can rotate, and if you turn it, you can have them go back and forth. Now, overlay piece, similar to the Arkham Joker, can get him to go that far forward, which is pretty good. So you can have Batman punch him in the gut. He can go that far back, but you can see there's starting to be some gapping right there, which is not, ooh, and then you got to worry about it catching. So there you go, you heard that click into place. Rotation can go to the sides as well. Rotation at the waist, like I said. Legs can go out that far, which is not too terrible. Legs can actually go a little bit far forward, but I think maybe if I move that out of the way, no, okay. No thigh swivel, really. Double jointed knees, which kind of you can get all the way. Oh, he can easily kick his own butt. Wow. Like that. That's cool. So can he kick his back, though? If he can kick his butt, he can kick his back, right? Let's see. Get it all the way up there. Yeah. Not bad. No boots or anything like that, but standard McFarlane joints at the ankles, so you can get that far forward, that far back. You can get, he's got some freaking clown shoes, man. Ha, it's funny because it's a Joker. I get it. It's like clown boots. I get it. No, I get it. It's fine. And then toe joint, which, you know, hate it, but, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes it's useful, sometimes it's not. And by sometimes it's useful, I mean it's never useful. It's absolute garbage, and I hate it, and it needs to go away forever. Now going over some size comparisons. Here's next to the Hasbro Pulse Snake Eyes figure. G.I. Joe, obviously. And then the Mafex Cyclops, which, if you had the Mafex Batman and Superman, which I think will probably be roughly the same height as that, you may be able to fudge it. I don't know, but, like, you know, obviously, camera trickery stuff. If you had it like this, and then have Batman Who Laughs like this, you could be like, oh, hello, Batman and Superman. You know, you could do something like that. Which, how cool would it be if we actually got a Mafex Batman Who Laughs? That would be amazing. Here he is next to the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Action Comics, or Detective Comics 1000 Batman, and then Mezco 112 Jim Gordon. And this also isn't too bad. It's not that bad of a scale. I think Jim Gordon actually kind of works with this, because usually you have him like at a distance or whatever, or if like Batman Who Laughs had him, he'd have him like, you know, hunkered down or like tied to a chair or something, you know, something like that. And before we moved Batman, you know, I had to do it. We had to do Batman and Superman versus the Batman Who Laughs. And this is a pretty damn good scale and a pretty damn cool setup with 2.5 figures, because only half of this guy's actually good. The rest of it's absolute trash. But I still enjoy the figure. I'm not even gonna lie. I do. I enjoy the figure. I still mess with it. I still play with it and all that stuff. And it's, you know, it's okay. I wish that it was on par with this guy or any of the other figures that we've gotten. Comic-wise from them, or video game-wise, or, yeah. But it's not, and because, for whatever reason, no company has been able to perfect making a really good comic Batman. Mezco's gotten kind of close, but they didn't give him a wired cape, so that's, boom, not perfect. Now, Mafex, we're looking at you. You have what looks like the recipe for the end-all, be-all, greatest Batman figure of all time. So, don't mess it up by trying to include any weird engineering things in the articulation or anything like you did with Shazam, okay? Like, come on. Now here he is with the DC Multiverse comic, Nightwing, and Batgirl, which are all part of the same like wave together, technically, which is what builds this right here, the Batmobile. And I think these all scale actually pretty decent together. I mean, I get it, you know, it's like, oh man, you know, Batman should be taller than that. But also you have to remember, this is like Jokerized Batman that's from an alternate universe. So, you know, who knows? In that universe, maybe Batman's a little bit shorter. You know, you never know. So, also, Dick and Barbara could be wearing, like, you know, heels, which they probably are, you know, because, you know, you want to land, you want to have some, like, shock absorption, you know? You don't want to just straight land on your foot and then break your ankle. So, logic! And now here he is with the Arkham Asylum, Batman and Joker, and I think this actually works beautifully, honestly. I could definitely see... Oh, imagine if we got something like that later in a Batman game, like a Batman multiverse kind of thing, and we got Batman Who Laughs. What if we had like a Justice League game and the villain was Batman Who Laughs and him like bringing in the, you know, evil versions of Batman? That would be really cool. Imagine that. That'd be super cool. But I think this actually works really well because I think that he's like roughly the same height as the Joker and Batman, so it's like a nice combination of them. So if you really wanted to, you could definitely fudge all this stuff together. Which that's something that I do like so far about the McFarlane DC Multiverse stuff. Most of it, keyword most, can actually work all together, which is pretty cool. So overall, I really do enjoy this figure. I think it's wonderful. It's good for what it needs to be because it doesn't need to be like super agile. Like I get it, it's Batman, but he didn't really do like that many like super agile Batman-y like fight moves. Whenever, you know, like he fought. He just kind of, you know, fought. He didn't like do super acrobatic stuff like Batman usually does. So I think it's okay for what it needs to be. And it's the only one that we have. So it's really the only one that, you know, if you want a Batman Who Laughs, there's no other options. So, you know, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit, you know. So, yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.